And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Saturday afternoon action on the show. It's the San Diego Padres going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming your way next. First pitch moments away. Our starting pitcher in this one, Spencer Schwellenbach. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, I'm interested to see how he deals with right-handed hitters in this one. Righties are batting over 300 against him, so they're not being fooled by really anything. He's going to have to find a way to change up his delivery, change up his look, somehow get them off of his primary pitches and even those secondary pitches. So we'll see how he does it in this one.
That one fouled off. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Inside, and the count is even, 2-2. Hard hit left side. Throw on to Olsen. One out in the top of the first. Here's Elliot Ramos. Schwellenbach in his second season. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a cutter, a curve, and occasionally works in a splitter. And another ball. Swings through that one.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
One out, base is empty. And now it's filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's ball 4.
Inside,
Tried
ball
another
4.
fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Luis Ariz stands in. That one way inside.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Center field. Harris has a beat on it. And there's 2 down. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. And that's too high. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Back at Truist Park. And on the mound today, Joe Ryan.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
He goes down looking.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Luke Williams in the box here lets that one go for a ball. That pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-1.
Ball, that's out.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. He did not go around. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Ramos hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Designated hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Hot shot to third. Machado throws to first in time. And that is that. And we're back. New inning getting started. And now the veteran third baseman, Manny Machado. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
Swings through that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Here's the 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
No score here in the second. That one pushed to the left and foul. One down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Murphy fires to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. And people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the second. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley. Clips the outside corner, strike 1.
Riley is one of those players that made his presence known in the majors right away. He hit a 438-foot home run off a Michael Wacha fastball in his second at bat, which is probably the best way to make a first impression as a rookie, Boog.
Riley with a homer in his last game. Chris Martin is forced to the mound after the injury.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
The pitch. There's a swing and a drive. And a foul ball.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
That misses the zone, and that's ball one. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swing and a ball popped up. Machado. He's got it, and there's one down. And the batter now, Matt Olson. And a foul ball. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Good eye right there. Stays alive. Cold strike three on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. In the air, left side. Donovan on the move to the alley. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Top half of the third inning. And now Brendan Donovan. Schwellenbach back to work. Swing and a ball popped up. Arcia sizing this one up. And out number 1 on the grab. Luis Campusano now at the plate. And a big swing and a miss. Top of the third, no score. Next pitch is outside. That clips the corner. Struck him out looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And first offering is fouled off. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Next to hit, Elliot Ramos. Merrill leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Runner takes off. There's a ball.
Inside.
Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's going to be Sean Murphy. Down and away for ball 1. Fought off foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. The 1-2. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way.
Oh, and a nice sliding stop. Oh, a great flip, and very nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Up and in, look out. The other way, the rise. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. That one inside, and it's 1-0. Runner on the go. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. There comes the throw.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Ramos. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here in Atlanta, all set for the start of the inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Elliot Ramos. Ramos goes 5 feet 11 inches, 25 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Fouled off down the right side. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Harris has a beat on it. And there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. Lined into left center, base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 1 so far. On the ground to first. Fair ball. Lead runner around second. Lead runner holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Harris snags it on the run. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings.
Always exciting when there's a play at the plate and potential inning ender. Great throw by the outfielder, but awesome as well by the catcher. That's a nice play all around.
Now pitching for San Diego.
Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Jason Adam.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year. Well, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
Next offering upstairs. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Cut out and miss, struck him out. And that's the first out.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. So he goes yard to left. And they add on. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Olsen in the box now. No balls and a strike. And a foul ball. That's off the mark, and that is ball 1.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. First pitch, and he just misses. Next offering is fouled back. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Just misses with that one. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Makes the catch up against the wall. One more for Atlanta on the homer. And it's 2-0. fouls one off out of play. Back to our left.
You know, these Padres definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Ha-Sung Kim, the next up for the Padres. Flied out his first time. In the air, center field, Harris. One down.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
Brendan Donovan, the next up for the Padres. He's 0 for 1. And that misses. Ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
One ball, one
I think
strike.
he was sitting off speed there.
Moved first. Cronenworth dives back in. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Hayward going back. Hauls it in on the warning track. Next for the Padres, Luis Campusano. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Olsen. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Edwin Uceta.
He's doing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And a foul ball. Uceta winds and deals.
That's a ball.
And that one misses up and in. And it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Donovan. 1 away. Here's Jason Hayward. Grounded out his first time. And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 1. Hard hit right side. And he takes it himself for the out. Here's Orlando Arcia. And it's fouled away. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Just missed. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Top of the 6th inning. Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Jackson Merrill. And that's just foul. Now the 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That one back onto the track, and he makes the catch. So digging in now for San Diego, Elliot Ramos. Swing and a ball popped up. Arcia makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Arise at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Williams brings it in, and that'll do it. Back at Truist Park. Well, we go bottom 6. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. And that one lifted in the air center field. Ramos puts it away, and a quick out, number 1. Now the number 2 hitter, Luke Williams. There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. That's in there. 0-1. And a strike.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count. Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now.
Just odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position. Olsen stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. No runs. A hit. And we're back. And now here is Fernando Tatis Jr. That one ripped. Ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
Machado at the plate now as he chases after that one. Movement in the bullpen. Joe Jimenez getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Bummer, a left-hander, also throwing. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. 1 for 2. And that is out of play.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low. Throwing the ball very well right now. Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Got him swinging. Padres. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Uceta back to work. Just missed. Swing and a foul out of play. The 1-1. Inside corner at the knees. That's a strike. Good fastball. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Fights it off. He'll see another. And that is downstairs. And it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Here's Sean Murphy. Right through there for a strike. Up and in. And now it's even 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. One down, base is empty. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 2 down, base is empty. Jason Hayward digs in now. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. And next for Atlanta, Orlando Arcia. Right down to shoot, 0-1. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Nabs it, and that is that. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Joe Jimenez.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile, and that's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Going to count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
That's inside.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. That one 95 to finish him off. You think he caught him off guard with a fastball right there, Chris? He didn't look ready for it.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's exactly what happened. You look at the sequence of pitches. He didn't see anything firm until that last fastball, so you got to think he was still sitting off speed and just couldn't react quick enough to even get a swing off. That's good pitching right there.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Campusano up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Swing and a foul straight back. Very high with that one. 2-1. Now one
3 balls,
missed.
1 strike.
Broken bat, and it's popped up. And that's a foul ball. Out towards right center field. Hayward makes the play, and that'll do it.
Now pitching for San Diego.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Kevin Kelly. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Hauls it in for the out. Here's the left fielder, Luke Williams. Outside low, and that's ball one. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. One down, base is empty. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Ramos on his way over, makes the grab, 2 down. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 3 in this one. In the air, left field, down the line, and it falls. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Hola, si te gusta el béisbol, sí. Sí lo recomiendo, claro. Es el juego por excelencia. Sí, sí te recomiendo.
Odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position. First and second, 2 outs. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot of...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it is out of here.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Two gone, base is empty, but 3 runs across here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering upstairs. And that one is inside.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it. Save the rest of that bullpen. Somehow stop the bleeding.
In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Atlanta gets 3 on the homer. Last chance coming up for the... We go to the 9th. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill.
Now pitching for the Braves.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And a good start to the inning. And now the center fielder, Elliot Ramos. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Harris has a beat on it. Calls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting.
So man aboard, Luis Arias. The next up for the Padres. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second, there's 1. And it's a double play to end the ball game. 5-0. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Today, the finale of this 3-game week. So digging in now for San Diego, Elliot Ramos.
Center fielder, Elliot Ramos.
Foul ball there.
First pitch, 4-10.
Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-2 now.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And here is Xander Bogaerts. And a swing and a miss. Bogaerts, multi-time All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in Aruba. Next pitch is outside. Tap foul at the plate. Just off the outside corner. And that's ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses. Full count now.
Full count.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Man at first. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Squeezes it, and that is that. Bottom of the first. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. Ball 1 low.
1 ball, no strike.
Now a drag bunt, third base side. Can't pick it up with the bare hand. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Here's David Fletcher.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
Harris gets his lead at first with nobody out. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. His 17th of the year. It's 2-0. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Now a screamer into the outfield. Snags it for the 2nd out. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. That one in there across the letters. Next pitch is outside. That's down and in. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the 3rd and final game of the series. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot. So here's Murphy now.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Outside low, and it's 1-0.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Just off the inside edge. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
That one close. Ruled a ball. Full count now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Top of the 2nd. Now the 3rd baseman, Manny Machado. Holmes back to work. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Harris has a beat on it. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Outside. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Hayward hauls it in for the out, and there's 2 away. So up next, Ha-Sung Kim. And there's the strike. 2 outs, bases empty. Chases in the dirt, slider there, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Back here in Atlanta, bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Jason Hayward.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
That's in there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
7 fouls in a row. Such an impressive at bat we're seeing right here, regardless of how it ends up.
Here's Jared Kelenic. Pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. The shortstop takes the ball. And there's a foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
2-2 now. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Brendan Donovan.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Kelenic on the move. Makes the catch. And there's 1 away. Next for the Padres, Gabriel Moreno.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And a base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, get that barrel there to meet it just in time. I tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Ramos swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. That misses the zone, and the count even 1-1. In the air, right field. Hayward gets under it. Makes the catch for the out. 2 down. Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Moreno, the runner at first with 2 gone. So K marks the at bat for X. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. King ready to fire now. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. At the belt and fires. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. David Fletcher next up for the Braves. That's in there. That's strike 1. That's inside. That pitch gets the inside corner. And the count 1-2. Way high.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Acuna now. First pitch just misses. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. And that will end the inning. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
On the ground, Albies, and he'll be safe at first.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Tatis batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Fastball is outside.
1-1.
Runner at first with no outs here. Just missed. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Swings and misses. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Manny Machado up to the plate. Fly to center his first time. Ball 1 there. Machado, a former Gold Glove winner, over 1,000 runs batted in his career, a former first-round pick back in 2010. The next offering misses. 2-2. And Machado able to spoil that pitch.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
2 outs. Out to short. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. That's in for a strike.
That's the ball.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. First offering, and it just misses. Fastball for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 and 2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first, and Albies is retired. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Sean Murphy. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
That's the ball.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. In the air, right side. Hayward sizes this one up, and there's 1 down. Stepping in, Brendan Donovan. In the air, out towards right center. Harris has a beat on it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And now the catcher comes up to him. Gabriel Moreno, 1 for 1 with a single so far. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Next one is off the plate, and it's 1 and 1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 ball.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. On to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. King back to work. Just missed.
1-0.
Right side, hard hit. He'll do it himself. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Up next for the Braves, left fielder
Kelnick in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Here's Orlando Arcia.
Shortstop. Orlando Arcia.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
And makes the grab. Out number 2.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Harris in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Now 1-1. And that's a little bit high. This to third. A sliding stop. Over to first. What a play. Inning over. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. And a swing and a miss there.
You know, these Padres, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
And there's a ball.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
That missed by a lot, and it's 2-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That's back in the air to make the catch.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Here's a high chopper. In plenty of time to first. That ends the frame.
Now pitching for San
Back at Truist Park, bottom of the sixth. Here's the third baseman, David Fletcher. And that one upstairs, ball one.
You know, these Braves putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
1-2 now. Headed down the line. And that will drop foul.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
The high heat, too much on that one.
I see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
That one fouled off. And ball one.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Next pitch just misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Tatis makes the catch. 2 away down. Here's Matt Olson down. That one misses, and that is ball one. That one missed.
2 balls, no strike.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike. That's down and in. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swinging at ball 4. That was off the outside edge. Braves go down. Joe Jimenez will take over here.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Tatis stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Activity in the bullpen. Aaron Bummer, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. And another ball.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one's carrying. Get out of town. And they've got their first run. It's 2-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. And Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Here comes Manny Machado, and Manny gets a piece. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fouled off. He was late. Breaking ball misses down and away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, this is no secret. That slider is going to be his go-to pitch. Everyone in the ballpark knows it. It's a massive part of his arsenal, and he'll throw it a lot and in pretty much any count, any situation, and he's going to look to punch guys out as well. I tell you what, the effectiveness of that slider is always a big key for him.
And a foul ball. Jimenez, in his 8th season, he features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Holding on to a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-2. One down, base is empty. Got him. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. Now on the bump, number 67.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least one an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
Line drive, base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands.
Runner on the move. Pitch misses inside. Throw to second, and great jump.
High throw may have made the difference right there. It's kind of hard to say, though. It's a little tougher for a catcher with a left-handed hitter in the box, and that hitter does not have to move at all to help you out. He just got under the throw, and it took off on him a little bit.
Kim on at second with 2 down. Squirts away a little bit, and an excellent job keeping it right there. So the tying run at second. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
2-2.
Runner at second, 2 down. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Harris sizing this one up, drops into the glove, and that's. And we're back. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And that drops in for a strike.
Number 61.
That one catches the zone. 0-2. And there's a ball.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
That one outside, and the count is 2-2. Good eye in that spot. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And they'll do it again. Three and two now. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Just missed.
1-1.
Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the seventh. That one off the mark. 2-1. Battling here as he fouls it away. Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
2 down, nobody on. Ball one there. That one missing inside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Aaron Bummer.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Next pitch is in the dirt. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
2-2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a ball line to center. Harris makes the grab on the run.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
And fouled off. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Not close with that one, and the count's even at 2. Backed off the plate that time. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. No runs. Bottom of the 8th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jared Kelenic.
Now pitching for San Diego, number 75.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one at triple digits. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fights it off, he'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Orlando Arcia. That one finds the corner, 0-1. Suarez, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Harris in the box now, no balls and a strike. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now an appeal to third. No swing, he held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. Popped in the air, left field. Corrals it. That is the inning. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Raisel Iglesias.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here. Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Puts it away for the out.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those high fastballs, they just look really good because they're eye level, but they're just about impossible to get the barrel to.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That ball's carrying. Makes the catch, crashing into the wall.
Excellent play out there, and he does it in a huge spot. That wall, it can very easily jar the ball loose when you bang into it, so that could have been a really different outcome.
Lifted to left, and this should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
Kind of a strange win.
It's the Miami Marlins. Leading off, Otto Lopez. And that's in for a strike. And we're underway from San Diego. Oh, 2 now. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. And there's one away. And time now for the Marlins lineup. 1 point of concern hitting in that 2-hole, Dane Myers.
Yeah, he's really slumping at the plate right now. Not only is he having a hard time finding any base hits, he's just not finding a way to get on base either. Sometimes a walk can get you back on track. Less than a .250 on-base percentage over his last 10 games. So that kind of tells me that he's jumpy, he's not recognizing the pitches, and he's out of his plate discipline. I got to think he's looking for ways to try to simplify that approach. And I think if you can just let the ball travel a little bit deeper, make sure you see it, that will help you to put good ABs together. And even if you don't get hits, you'll draw some walks.
Machado settles under it and makes the catch. And that is that. Back here at Petco Park. And today's starting pitcher, Max Meyer.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch, he's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Xander Bogaerts now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. The shortstop takes the ball. Out to short, Edwards. Boots it.
No, he's in there.
So a man at first. Luis Ariz stands in. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Ariz, an all-star a season ago, hitting third in the lineup, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Bogaerts leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Ball.
Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll get down for a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. 1 run batted in yesterday, their only run of the game. Fly ball to right. Sanchez gets under it. Makes the grab. 2 down. Here's Machado. And Manny gets a piece. And that's too high.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And that's outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Bogarts headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. Runner around third on his way to the plate. The throw's offline. He's saved. It's 2-0.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs on that swing. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
Jake Cronenworth, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Man on second, 2 down. Rip to short. Whips it to first. That takes care of Cronenworth. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Back here in San Diego, new inning getting started. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Connor Norby. Outside low, ball 1. There's the swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Rip towards third. Machado throws to first in time. 1 out in the second. Jonah Bride, the next to hit.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air. Maybe drive it into the gap.
High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. And a foul ball.
Well, he's ready for that fastball right there. Really turned on it, hit it hard, had the distance, but just too much hook to it. So might want to make a little bit of an adjustment, let it travel a little more, and see if you can keep that thing fair.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
To the right side, but it kicks foul. Conine turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. Strike 2.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things...
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And it's now ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Michael Toglia. Swing and a foul out of play.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
To first, and quickly one away in the second. Here's Elliot Ramos. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And it's fouled away. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And he makes the catch. That's out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Edwards makes the grab. And that is that. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. First pitch misses.
Counts 1-0.
Right through there for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. That one missed. And a foul ball. He stays alive. That misses. And it's 3-2. Grounds one to short. Bogarts handles the chance. On to first. And one away in the top of the third. And up next for Miami, Liam Hicks.
Number 34.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
1 ball, 1 strike.
Cease. Winds and deals. Lifted in the air down the left side. Bogarts takes it in for the out. And there are 2 outs. Back to the top of the Miami order. Otto Lopez will hit next. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
2 outs. Base is empty. And ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
In the air, right field. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Nothing across. As we go to the last of the third. Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Jackson Merrill. Meyer back to work. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. This looks like extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And 1 pitch into the inning. It's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
And a base hit coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 3-1.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. Grounder might be 2. Here's Edwards for 1. Over to first, safe.
Well, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Flied to right his first time. In the dirt, blocked.
0-1's the count.
Arise over at first with 1 away. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first. The throw comes in too late, and the defense comes away with nothing. And now it's Manny Machado. Doubled in his first debut.
Machado.
On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. And that's 2. 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Myers, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And that one fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So digging in, Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards.
Swing and a line drive ripped right center field, and there's a hit. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. This one in the air. Cronenworth under it. 2 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Bottom four, stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. Ground ball up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
There's one, and he can't come up with it.
Well, he had the chance of turning two right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Base hit center field. The throw in. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
0-2 is the count.
First signs of bullpen movement here in the early going. Seth Martinez appears to be getting loose. Enriquez also getting ready. Just off the outside edge. 1-2 to count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Double play ball to second. Tags the runner. And their second double play of the day will end the fourth. That's off the inside corner. 1-0. Ripped on the ground to second. Cronenworth throws on to first. One away here in the fifth. Griffin Conine now at the plate. And a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone.
Calls it in, 2 away.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Hicks stands in now and watches strike one. Ball one there.
1-1.
This one in the air. Machado squeezes it, and that'll do it. Leave one, and they still trail it here, 3-1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Over to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth. Xander to the plate now. He played in the Seoul Series to open the 2024 season.
Such a cool experience for both.
It's in and out of his glove. Still finds a way to get off the throw. High throw to first, and he can't reach it. But a great backup there, and no one will move up. One out, runner at second. And now the first baseman, Luis Arias. 1 for 2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
And another ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
2 outs. Fastball for a strike. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Gets a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's a rocket out to left. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And they lead by 4. Now the Marlins manager out of the new arm out of the bullpen, Seth Martinez.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So the lineup flips over, and now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. That misses, and that's ball 1. And that one fouled off. And misses inside. That one fouled off. 2-2. That's to third. Machado zips it across. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. And at the plate for Miami, Dane Myers. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
One out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one is inside. Stays alive.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. One down, base is empty. Outside, and it's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
He can't get there. It's a base hit. In there safely. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. Look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his club.
First and second, 2 down, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Check swing called strike. It's 2-2. And a good eye there. Swing and a ball lifted left field. He makes the grab, and that is that. Marlins strand a pair. They're down 5-1. And we're back. Here's Michael Toglia.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Padres doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Here comes a pitch. Hit well, right field, way back, and gone. He circles the bases, his 18th home run of the season, and they add to the lead. It's 6-1. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
And now Elliot Ramos. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting.
So digging in now for San Diego, Gabriel Moreno. And that's a little high. High in the air, out to right. Sanchez gets under it. Puts it away for the out. So the San Diego batting order turns over. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. 1 for 3. Hit in the air out to center field. Martorella. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that ends the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th. And now, Jesus Sanchez. There's a strike. And a ground ball to first. Arise. Takes it to the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Next is the designated hitter, Griffin Conine. There's a strike. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Martorella stands in here. Takes ball 1 low. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
And the Padres manager making his way.
Now pitching for the Padres.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top 55. Half of inning number 7.
Chris Martin.
Now a fly ball to right center. Makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Declan Cronin.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Bogarts in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Fastball for a strike. That one the other way. Lopez. Bogarts retired. Luis Arias digs in now. Line drive, base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
In steps El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr. And first offering is fouled off. Cronin in his 2nd season, 27 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Xavier Curry preparing to come on if needed. Enriquez getting cranked up as well. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here's Manny Machado now.
Number 13, Manny Machado.
Slider right there.
0-1. One and one.
The rise off of first with 2 away. Ripped, but it curls foul.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Tosses to first. Machado is out. And back here at Petco Park. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. There's a strike. 95 of that one. Foul ball there. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one out to right. And it's caught for the out. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. That misses, and it's 1-0. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. The Padres leading by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. And it remains 2-2. Got him looking. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike 3. 2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Xavier Edwards. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Lifted in the air out to left. That one gets down for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Connor Norby. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Foul ball still 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. This one high in the air to left center. Ramos sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. And that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Xavier Curry. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Michael Toglia, the next up for the Padres. He's already homered here in this one. And that's a base hit. And now 2 aboard. Elliot Ramos, the next up for the Padres. Swing and a foul straight back. Into center. Lopez on the move. 1 down.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And there's a foul ball. Two on, 1 out. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Goes Runners down looking. So first and second with 2 outs. Jackson Merrill, the pride of Severna Park, Maryland. Same hometown as Mark Teixeira.
Text message. This kid grew up with text message.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Jonah.
Now pitching for the Padres.
Drilled in the air out towards right center.
63.
Merrill sizing this one up.
Edwin.
Makes the grab, 1 away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball and just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they cut into the lead. It's 6-2. Conine in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. There's a strike. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the 9th. Gets under it and pops it up. Cronenworth right there to make the grab. And there's 2 down. And now Nathan Martorella. And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one drifts inside. Fouls one off. 2-2. This could end it. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Line drive. And that is the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got Major League Baseball on a Tuesday night. At the plate, Otto Lopez. A little bit low. And we are underway.
1-0.
That one is hammered right field. Way back there. And that lands inside the party porch for a home run. Bottoms up. So now the DH spot, Griffin Conine. And that one hammered. Going back. Onto the track. And he makes the catch. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. There's a swing and a drive. Back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Well, I think the wind ended up being a factor right there. It's whipping in from right field right now. So otherwise, I think that ball's out of here.
Connor Norby in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Got him swinging. Looking back at the solo blast that led off the game. It's now 1. We go to the bottom of the first. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Quantrill goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a sinker, a splitter, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a changeup. On the ground to the left, Norby boots it. And here comes Sander Bogaerts.
Sander Bogaerts.
And downstairs. Merrill aboard here at first with nobody out. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Here's Lopez for 1. Relay to first, double play. Luis Ariz stands in. Out front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
0-1.
That's a hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
2 outs. And that misses. 1-1.
1-1.
Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to second, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Second inning set to go. And here is Pace. So we get an intentional walk with no outs in the inning. High fly ball, right field. Ramos settles under it. Nabs it. 1 away.
Batting 7.
Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Ramirez, with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. Fouled off. He was late.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
Man at first, 1 away. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making him work out there.
And he deals. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. About to see the 11th pitch of the at bat here. Hit in the air left field. And a base hit right there. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. Tyler Callahan, the next to hit. That one finds the zone. And it's 0-1. And there's a ball.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all.
So 2 down now, and here is Derek Hill.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, averaging more than 2 hits per game in his last 5.
That one fouled off. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. First and second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. Good eye right there. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Tap softly third base side. A swinging bunt and foul ball. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Looks like he thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think he's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching.
And that'll load the bases. Otto Lopez will hit next.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
The second, there's Cronenworth. Back here in San Diego, bottom of the second. Here's Manny Machado to start it off. Up and in, and that is ball 1. That clips the corner. Next pitch is outside. Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one
ball,
not close.
2 strikes.
Now 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. Tosses across to first. That takes care of Cronenworth. Here's Michael Toglia. Homered last night. Added another hit as well. He swings and fouls one off. And he swings through that one. 2 outs, base is empty. Outside. And that's ball 1. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 up. Top half of the 3rd inning. Now here's the Marlins DH, Griffin Conine. Not even close there. Ball 1. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Pride takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. That catches the top part of the zone, and 1-1. One out, base is empty. This one in the air, center field. 2 up, 2 down. Connor Norby getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Ramos makes the grab, and that's the inning. And we're back, set for the bottom of the third. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Ryan O'Hearn. Line drive, Adam in center field.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
No, that's a foul ball.
One down, base is empty. Down the line, it's a base hit.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
To short, could be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. No throw, safe at first, and we'll see if it's an error. And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. He hit into a double play his first time up. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1. Moreno on second. Merrill over at first, so 1 away. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. And a count 1-2.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Quantrill back to work. Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a splitter.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
Martorella brings it in, and that will end the inning. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Sanchez, 27 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 1 away. Now at the plate, Agustin Ramirez. There goes the runner. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
Ball 2.
Next offering is fouled back. And that one ripped into right. And there's 2 down. Tyler Callahan digs in now.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. And another ball. And a big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing at a ground ball, and that chance handled. Tosses to first, and the inning is over. No runs. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Elliot Ramos.
Hey.
Late with the swing there.
0-1's the count.
The other way. And that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Ramos gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And Manny gets a piece.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Quantrill back to work. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And that's outside.
2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Nice job behind the plate there.
Now
Michael Tolia now at the plate.
Michael Tolia.
Swinging a foul out of play. Oh, 1 now. Tap foul at the plate. Two outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. This to third. They get the force, and he has thrown 4. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Fly ball down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. That missed by a lot. And now it's even 1-1. And a foul ball. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Now around second, going for third. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Man, I love the hustle out of the box right there to make that triple happen. And just an absolute laser into the opposite field gap. He was digging hard the entire way.
This one popped up. Cronenworth under it. He's got it. And there's 1 down. So now here's the DH, Griffin Conine.
Ball 1, no
in the dirt. Nice job behind the plate.
That's a ball.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. Yeah, that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. 2-1 now. Just missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1.
That one drilled left field. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well, here we are, third time through the order.
Gracias, Sebastián.
OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Right. Batting with one down, takes a strike. Kona stands at first with one out. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And there's two away. Connor Norby, the next to hit. Ball one, no strikes. One run across to the frame so far, and we're at the top of the fifth. He was late there, strike one. The 1-1 is fouled off. In the air, right side of the infield. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Quantrill back to work. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. Gabriel Moreno, the next up for the
Segundo de división y primero en la wildcard.
Padres. 1-for-1 with a single so far.
Moreno.
Out to short, Lopez. The throw to first, and a couple of quick outs. So the batting order turns over, and here is Jackson Merrill. That's towards center. Hill has a beat on it. Makes the catch, inning over. Back here at Petco Park. All right, we go to the...
Now pitching for the Padres, number 56.
First offering misses badly for ball one. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And that is strike two. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Now the left fielder, Nathan Martorella. That one's in there, and that is strike one. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the bottom of the sixth inning. Now it's the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. That's out to center field. Hill makes the grab. One pitch and one out. And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. He is singled and he is flied to left. And that one pulled foul.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
The Fish trying to protect a two-run lead here in the bottom of the sixth. And he grounds one to the right side. Steps on first for the out. Here's Elliot Ramos, 1 for 2. On the ground to short, Lopez. Gets it to first. That's out number 3. Padres. Fastball is outside. Estrada in his second season. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally works in a splitter. Next offering is outside. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Digging in, Derek Hill. That misses off the outside edge. Swing and a miss. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
And up next for Miami, Otto Lopez. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Next offering is in for a strike. Got him looking. Marlins set down in order. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Back here in San Diego, set for the last half of the 7th. Here's Manny Machado. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Miami's bullpen with some action. Calvin Fauché getting loose out there. Cronin getting loose as well. Next offering misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
You know, these Padres definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at a lot of first pitches, and they've given away 7 outs as a result. They might just want to consider a more patient approach.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
No balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line. Reaching for it and brings it in. And we're back. And now the DH, Griffin Conine.
Ball.
Just missed.
Ball 1, no strikes. Hey.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. In the air, left field, down the line. Great effort, but it gets down. So a man aboard, and at the plate for Miami, Jonah Bride. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
In the air, out towards left center. O'Hearn makes the play, and there's one away. So up next, Connor Norby. That just misses, and that is ball 1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. That one is upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Martorella in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a ground ball out to short. They take the force out, 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Calvin Fauché.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
And that one fouled off. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Caught him looking for the K. Gabriel Moreno, the next up for the Padres. Moreno having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. Popped up, right. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Jackson Merrill. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. The Padres trailing by 2 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a base hit.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Runner at first with 2 away. Xander Bogaerts will hit next. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Sanchez pulls it in on the run. Padres. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th. Now here is a good.
Now pitching for the Padres.
Fernando Tatis Jr. now in the game as he comes in as a new right fielder. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Suarez, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. Pumping serious gas at 102 on that one. Here's the second baseman, Tyler Callahan. That one at triple digits. Suarez, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against it.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
And there's 2 away. Derek Hill getting ready to hit. Just missed.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch.
And there's the 3rd out. That'll do it for the inning.
Pitching for Miami.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Andrew Nardi.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Elliot Ramos. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. That one hit to right. Sanchez gets under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. Now Machado up here. 0 for 3 in this one. And fouled off. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Missed with a changeup, and the count is 1-2.
Better lay off that pitch down.
To third, down the line, and it's foul. Arise, the base runner at first with 1 out. That misses the zone. It's 2-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Hill sizes this one up. Makes the grab for the 2nd out. So it's their last chance in this one. And the back. Batter now. So now a pinch hitter, Jose Iglesias.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Outside low, 1-0. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Hit to right, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Marlins use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, we saw a lot of good pitching and defense in this ball game, and when you have a low-scoring game, it's imperative that the players stay on their toes, ready to make plays behind their pitcher, and they did exactly that. It's an excellent win. Everyone goes in the clubhouse feeling really good about themselves.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton. Hello from Petco Park in beautiful downtown San Diego. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. And now for the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez. That one finds the corner, and this one is off and running. And it's even up. Rips that one center field, and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a pop-up. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and he makes the catch. And that is that. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. That one misses. Ball one. Perez measures 6 feet 8 inches, 220 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Next offering is fouled back. Line and a base hit into right. So a man on base to start the inning. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now.
He really needs to start making more contact, averaging 2 strikeouts per game over his last 5.
And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0. Swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
Swing, and it's popped straight up. Fortes under it. One down. Luis Arraez stands in.
The first baseman, Luis Arraez.
Swing and a foul straight back. And a pitch. Out towards left center. Myers has this one sized up, and there's two down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Junior.
Runner on the go. Left field. Myers settles underneath it. Makes the grab, and that is that. Back here at Petco Park. Top of the second, and at the plate for Miami, Jonah Bride. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Heel, the former Rookie of the Year, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Next offering is down low. And a big swing and a miss. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That K is his third of the game. Now here's the Marlins DH, Griffin Conine. And that misses. And that's ball one. Heel. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able.
And meanwhile, this a fair ball down the left field line. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double. And here's the catcher, Nick Fortes. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Hawley around third. Safe. And it's 1-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know, they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Fortes leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Cronenworth. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1. Back here in San Diego, now the third baseman, Ha-Sung Kim. Perez back to work. Swings through that one out in front that time. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. And a good start to the inning. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. 2 for 7 in the series so far. Yeah, that's fouled off. Tying run is at first here in the rubber match of this 3-game series.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that one gets past the catcher. Kim into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Man at second. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next pitch misses way outside.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
And Jake has entered the K zone.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Swings and misses and one down below the zone.
You know, Boog, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Here's Elliot Ramos. 2 for 8 in the series so far. That one fouled off. Tying run in scoring position, bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Paulie pulls that one down, and that's the inning. And we're back onto the 3rd inning. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Jesus Sanchez. Foul ball there. And that misses. And 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Ramos makes the grab, and there's one down. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. That misses, and that is ball 1.
No strike. Strike. Woo.
And that one in the air center field. Merrill settles underneath it. They got it for out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. And now it's going to be Xavier Edwards. And he drops it down the 3rd baseline. And it goes just foul. Fastball for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Two outs, bases empty. Just missing there. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Luis Campusano. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Ripped on a line. Hauls it in, 1 away. It's Xander Bogaerts now. He's 0 for 1. Ball 1 to Bogaerts. Swung on, belted. And that's a foul ball.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
And that one popped in the air, left field. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away. Luis Arias now at the plate. Fly to left his first time. That one ripped. And the inning is over. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. And there's a foul ball.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Right. In the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Now this is in the air down the line. Ramos moving under this one. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Ramos on his way over. Brings it in. And that is that. Back here at Petco Park. Bottom of the 4th. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch swinging. Tatis in his 7th season, 26 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Swings through that one.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So digging in, Ha-Sung Kim. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Out to center. Hill on his way in. He's got it. And that quickly 2 away. Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. Struck out swinging his first time. And it's fouled away. And a breaking ball misses outside. And that one fouled off. Center field. That is the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
And that one sliced foul. And a foul ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And they had their first hit since the second inning. Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. Strike on the outside. 0-1.
That's the ball.
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
Throw, and they got him.
Well, I think that was a hit and run right there. When you look at how far that pitch was out of the zone and the hitter still trying to put wood on it, put it in play, that tells you that they had something going. But unfortunately, it was a good job of execution by the pitcher and the catcher to get that out of the zone and then throw out the runner at second base. Really nice job behind the dish.
And up next for Miami, Derek Hill. Fouled off left side. Hill ready to fire now. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And that's outside. Going to count 1 and 2. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. Fortes leads off first with 1 away. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. And now for the Marlins. Odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position. Myers stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1. First and second, 2 down. And we're in the top of the 5th. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So here's the Padres DH, Michael Toglia. On the ground to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Elliot Ramos, the next up for the Padres. Got him to chase one above the zone there.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Swing and a foul out of play. Chases that one out of the zone. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Luis Campusano, the next to hit. A single his first time. Swing and a foul straight back. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Line drive, base hit right field. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 2. Fouled off. He was late. Next one misses. 1-1. Late swing, foul to the left. And that one got a piece of him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Here's Xander Bogaerts. 0 for 2 in this one. And that is out of play. Two on, 2 outs. Stays alive. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Back here in San Diego, top of the 6th inning. And at the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards. And that's in there at the knees.
No ball. 1 strike.
Fought off foul. 0-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the Padres.
Pitching for the Padres, number 49.
To the right side, Cronenworth sends it to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
1 out, base is empty, and that's in for a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Just off the inside edge.
2 balls. 1 strike.
Inside just missed.
3-1.
Sliced hard but foul. On the ground to third. Kim with the throw to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the inning. And now the first baseman, Luis Arias. Perez back to work. Slap the other way, foul. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. Throws to first in time, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
2-2.
With the shift on, hits right into it. Slings it across. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Kim now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. Now here's the Marlins DH, Griffin Conine. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Kelly, a 6'2 righty, 27 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. That one just misses. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fouled off the plate, they'll do it again. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. And that just misses.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch. Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And up next for Miami, Nick Fortes. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That clips the corner.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
First and second here, no outs. High fly ball lifted into air right field. Tatis makes the grab on the run. Throw comes into third, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Hill in the box now, takes strike one. The next offering misses, and that's ball one.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Merrill makes a nice running catch. He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly, and they lead by 2. And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. That's a little bit low. And a foul ball. Swing, and he breaks his back. Kim makes the play, and that is that.
Pitching for Miami.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Declan Cronin.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Sanchez makes the catch, and a quick out, number 1. Here's Michael Tolia. Swings and misses. Strike one.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
That one missed. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Ronnie Enriquez up and throwing. Fauché also throwing. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Now the throw to first on the run. And they get the out. Nothing.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Yohan Duran.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Ramos flashes the leather on the running catch. So up next, Xavier Edwards.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
That one finds the corner. That's strike 2. Bases empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Line drive. Gets down, base hit.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Hooked around that pitch on the out.
Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. Edwards, the runner at second with 1 away. That clips a corner.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Jonah Bride will hit next. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Arise, snags it, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Luis Campusano. Cut on and lifted in the air. He's got it. And there's one away. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. That's hard hit on the line. Myers makes the grab, 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
On the ground. Fires over to first. Bogart's retired. Back here at Petco Park. Now it's going to be Griffin Conine. First pitch just misses.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Close but called a ball. And it's 2-0. That one in triple digits. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Next to hit, Graham Pauley. Out to short, Bogarts. Zips it to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. On the ground to third, Kim. And the inning is over. So no runs, no hits. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Andrew Nardi.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance, and off the base of the wall. Throws to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And the first pitch misses for ball one. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. Out towards right center field. Sanchez gets under it. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out. So digging in, Ha-Sung Kim. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Manny Machado looking to drive in a run with 1 out and a runner at third. And Manny gets a piece. Runner on at third, 1 gone. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
The tying run at the plate. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your
swing, and a high fly ball left field. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Play at the plate, safe, and it's a 1-run ball game. So they're down to their final out. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Jose Iglesias. And this is a big at bat in this ball game. Line, and that's a base hit. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
And fouled off.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Swing and a drive. Back there. On its way. Ball game. And this place is rocking. And they walk it off.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
A 3-2.
Mañana más, chavales. Buenas noches.